Today, we are diving into one of the absolute titans of Mahayana Buddhist texts, the Avatamsaka Sutra, and we're going to unpack two gigantic ideas from it. First, what is real, genuine purity? And second, what's the almost unbelievable power that's packed into a single, selfless thought? All right, let's get into it. So, the sutra doesn't ease you in. It kicks things off with a huge question, one that gets right to the heart of everything and really challenges what we think we know. It asks, where do you actually find true, unshakable purity? Is it a thing? Is it a place? Is it a person? What is it? Now, to get to the answer, the sutra does something really clever. It doesn't just hand us a dictionary definition. Instead, it takes us on this incredible journey, almost like a philosophical detective story, where it just systematically dismantles all our normal ideas about purity just to see what's left. And this is the question that starts the whole thing. You've got this celestial being, Zhang Nian, who asks an enlightened figure, the Bodhisattva Fahui, hey, how do you achieve pure conduct, or brahmacharya? And Fahui's answer just completely flips the entire question on its head. So first up, Fahui asks, could purity be in our physical body? The sutra's answer is, well, it's pretty blunt and graphic. It says, no. The body is just temporary, and from this point of view, it's nothing more than a gathering of worms. It's a really powerful metaphor just to show us that something as fundamental as purity can't be based in something that decays and changes. Okay, so the body is out. What about our words then? Can we find purity in what we say? And again, the sutra says, nope. Speech is just wind and sound. It's here one second and gone the next. It has no real lasting substance. All right, so if it's not the body and it's not our speech, then it has to be the mind, right? That's the source of everything. But no, the sutra denies this too, comparing the mind to illusion and dreams. Think about it. It's just a constant, flickering stream of thoughts and feelings, always shifting, never solid. So if it's not in the body, not in our speech, not even in our mind, then where on earth is it? And the sutra's big reveal is that true purity isn't a thing you can have at all. It's a state of realization. It's this deep understanding that the past is over, the future isn't here yet, and this very moment is itself empty of any fixed reality. It's a state of total non-attachment. So, after completely blowing up our idea of purity, the sutra shifts gears to an even more mind-bending concept. It moves from what purity isn't to exploring what might just be the single most powerful, positive force you can imagine, the very first vow of a bodhisattva. This time, the king of the gods, Indra, he's the one who asked the question. He's asking, what's the actual value, the cosmic worth, of that one single spark of intention? That moment a person decides, I'm going to achieve enlightenment, not for me, but for every single being in the universe. How much is that worth? And right away, the text gives us a heads up. It basically says, hey, buckle up, because this is not a simple math problem. The answer is so huge that it's hard to even talk about, let alone believe. It's setting the stage for some of the most staggering comparisons you'll ever hear. So to even try to explain the value of this one thought, the sutra doesn't use numbers. It uses a series of these incredible cosmic scale analogies, each one designed to just stretch our minds to the absolute breaking point and show us how small our normal ways of measuring things really are. Okay, here's the first one. Just try to imagine this. You provide every single pleasure you can think of to every living being across countless universes, and you do this nonstop for an entire eon. I mean, the amount of good karma from that would be astronomical, right? The sutra then weighs that against the merit from a bodhisattva's single first thought. And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? The merit from that unbelievable act of generosity, that first bar, is so small it barely even shows up. But the merit from that one single thought, it's literally off the chart. It's not just a little bigger, it's playing in a completely different reality. The text just hammers this point home. It says the merit from all those good deeds is in 100th or 1,000th, not even an Upanishad, part of the merit from the vow. And that last term, Upanishad part, is this ancient concept for a number so tiny it's almost zero. It's the sutra's way of saying there is literally no comparison.
And it doesn't stop there. It keeps raising the stakes. It's like, okay, forget material things. Imagine you guide countless beings to achieve enlightened states of mind, and you do this for trillions of years. Even that incredible spiritual achievement, it says, just pales in comparison to the power of that one first selfless thought.
So, this obviously leads to a pretty big question. Why? Why is a single thought so much more valuable than eons and eons of unimaginable good deeds? Well, the answer is all about the vow's infinite scope.
Let's just break down the logic here for a second. Any good deed, no matter how huge, is ultimately finite, right? You're helping a certain number of beings for a certain amount of time, but the Bodhisattva's first vow, that's something else entirely. And here it is. This is the key. Its power comes from the fact that it's boundless. The intention isn't just to do a lot of good, the intention is to do all the good. It's a resolution to understand everything, to liberate everyone, and to purify every single world, without any exceptions, forever.
And just look at the cosmic scale of this one thought. This isn't just about being nice. This is about taking responsibility for the entire cosmic process. We're talking ensuring enlightenment is always possible, liberating every last soul, understanding the entire history of every universe, knowing every single mind, and realizing the fundamental nature of reality itself. Now, here's maybe the most radical part. The sutra says that in the exact instant this vow is made, that person's fundamental nature becomes equal to all enlightened beings, past, present, and future. The intention itself literally realigns you with ultimate reality. And the effects aren't something you have to wait for. They're described as instantaneous and universe-altering. In that moment, all Buddhas praise you. Your intention sends ripples that can literally shake and light up entire worlds. And most importantly, you now hold within you the seed of all future Buddhas. So the text finishes this whole section with this powerful call to action. It's basically saying, look, if you want to connect with the highest reality, if you want to create limitless good in the world, if you want to end suffering, then this single most effective thing you can possibly do is generate this all-encompassing intention in your own mind. It all just comes down to this. One thought. Not a lifetime of struggle, not a mountain of books, but a single moment of pure, boundless, selfless resolve that holds the potential of the entire universe. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? The sutra presents this cosmic, mind-blowing vision of what's possible. And it forces us to turn that question back on ourselves. What is the scope of our own intentions? What is the most powerful, most selfless thought that you can hold? Right here, right now.